I call the Honourable Ruth Dyson.
To split my call with Moana Maki. I'm proud and privileged to speak in the third reading of this bill. I want to see this bill passed into law tonight. I want to acknowledge the thousands of people who submitted on the bill. We heard at the Select Committee some very powerful stories. We heard stories from young gay and lesbian New Zealanders who felt so strongly that passing this bill would be a recognition and acceptance of them. For that reason alone, I support this bill. I want to live in a society which is respectful and tolerant, where diversity is recognised and cherished, and where love and commitment is supported. This bill helps to achieve that aim. The bill does three primary things. It allows same-sex couples to marry. It ensures that where a person has transitioned from one gender to another and remain married throughout that significant change, that they can have their marriage recognised in the law. And it extends the current provision of allowing a single person to adopt a child to allow this of same-sex married couples. The bill ensures that our religious freedoms for celebrants are maintained. We in the Select Committee applied a belts and braces approach to ensure that the law is beyond doubt in backing the rights of marriage celebrants to decline to marry a couple should such a marriage not be in accordance with their beliefs. The Marriage Act has since 1955 said that celebrants can do that, presumably to protect celebrants from being forced to marry heterosexual couples of different religions or, heaven forbid, marry somebody who was divorced. We have maintained that protection for celebrants under the law. This bill removes Section 56 of the Marriage Act. Some people may not be as familiar with that section as I am, so let me share it with you. The section of the Act says that it is an offence to deny or impugn a validity of a lawful marriage. We've taken that section out of our law. We are not proposing that more people denigrate other people's marriages, but we just don't think that that section sits sensibly within a human rights framework. The issue of religious freedoms, of celebrants being able to decline to marry a couple, and the view of someone in relation to another's marriage have all been the subject of gross misrepresentations from opponents about the bill, and I resent those misrepresentations. They've been made by just a small group of opponents, but they have spread these lies about the bill widely, and they've upset people and had people anxious about things that are just not true. I think that lying in a debate about something as important as this is immoral. I want to pay tribute to the opponents of the bill who told the truth about their reasons for opposition. But sadly, that wasn't the case for all opponents. So, Mr. Speaker, just to clarify, no celebrant will be obliged under the law to marry any couple, heterosexual or same-sex. The bill does not rewrite the marriage vows. Vows of marriage will be written by the couple getting married and the celebrant as they currently are. It will not be illegal to call your husband your husband. Phew. And it will not be illegal to call your wife your wife. And you'll still be able to have bride and groom on the marriage certificate if that's what you want to have on it. Mr. Speaker, I spoke earlier about the gay and lesbian submitters on this bill. For many, presenting a submission not just on any bill, but a bill about their right to marry, about their life, took huge courage, and I want to pay a massive tribute to all those who came along. Some of those submitters, particularly the older ones, told us of feeling rejected and different, told of the fear of coming out to their family and friends, of denial of their own sexual orientation, of living their life as a lie. They told of being bullied and feeling suicidal, of not being part of their own community. This law isn't going to change our world overnight. We will not wake up tomorrow and find ourselves in a totally tolerant and inclusive society. But this will be a lawful recognition of the value of their loving relationships It is a step forward in recognising the value of love in our law.
I call Moana Mackie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is an honour and a privilege to be able to